Sergeant Alan McDevitt and Garda Shane Carless are patrolling the M1 north of Dublin. Traffic is heavy, but one commuter has a plan to beat the congestion. He's weaving between cars, and all it would take is for one car to make a sudden lane change for a crash to happen.
If you are involved in an accident on a motorcycle as opposed to being in a car, you are more likely to suffer serious injury or death as a result of that accident, purely because you have so little protection. You're not wearing a seatbelt, you don't have the benefit of an airbag, and you don't have four wheels. And again, I don't think a lot of drivers appreciate that. There's a lot of invincibility syndrome with some people that they think they're not going to be involved in an accident.
Figures for Irish roads show that motorcyclists are 13 times more likely to be killed than car users, and they are involved in 1 in 10 fatal crashes.
He drove past us at speed. We were travelling at probably 120 kilometres an hour motorway speed, and he overtook us. At lower speeds in urban traffic, it's usually pretty safe for a motorcycle if there's room to filter or to move up between the lines of traffic safely to get to the top of the queue. But on a motorway it's different. This bike had traffic travelling at full motorway speeds at 110, 120 kilometres per hour, and he was filtering up the middle. If he was hit by another car changing lanes, he could end up on the opposite side of the dual carriageway, or he could cause a cascade of accidents.
You still see him off in the distance there. It's very hard to make headway here, but we're still going. We're going 120 kilometres an hour here now. Just trying to get through the traffic and catch up from him.
He was continuing on at speed all the way through between the cars. We activated our blue lights, and he was so intent on where he was going, he wasn't watching his mirrors, so he never seen us behind him. Eventually we got an opportunity to move left, and we got around him. We were within 2 or 3 vehicles at this stage. We got to go left and draw his attention to get him to pull over.
This is a very regular thing we see on the roads. It's a feature, I suppose, of modern Ireland. Everybody's rushing from A to B, everybody's rushing to work, to meetings, collect the kids. It's something we see all the time, but it's potentially very dangerous.
Why would you think I stopped you? Middle? Middle, left, right, left, middle. You know? It's taken me since the airport to catch up with you. But, okay. Do you not agree, no? You don't think it was dangerous to yourself the way you were driving?
Zigzagging through traffic?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably. In that kind of traffic, if something goes wrong, there's only one person's going to lose out.
Especially on these things now, you know.
Exactly, you know.
I only take it once a week now.
When I pulled him over, he seemed a little bit blasé. He wasn't overly concerned. I don't think he realised the danger of the way he was driving. Now, I'm an advanced motorcyclist, so is Alan. I would have a lot of experience on motorcycles, so I'd understand the dynamics of a motorcycle, plus what can go wrong, and what can go wrong as regards to your own behaviour and the behaviour of other road users. And I don't think that initially clicked with him, why he was being pulled over and the gravity of what he had been doing.
It's one thing if you're flying out the road there and there's no traffic on it, but in between the two lanes like that, we're doing 165 trying to keep up with you. And we're trying to plough through traffic, and you're going straight up the middle. All it takes is one car just to move out a little bit.
I've been on these things for years.
I've heard all the excuses before. Everybody has an excuse. It just goes in one ear and out the other. All we know is that if you continue driving like this, there's only one place you're going to, and that's hospital.
If you were coming out wearing a pair of jeans, driving like that, I'd be watching you off the road. Okay. You know that yourself. That was silly.
As this is his first time to be pulled over, Shane cautions the motorcyclist and hopes he has learned his lesson. Bad driving is something traffic courts see on a daily basis. In Inishowen, County Donegal, Gardaí Eamon Rorty and Fiona McFadden have spotted a car driving dangerously for the conditions.
We've been watching the car travelling behind the bus now for the last few miles. The car has been right up behind the bus, and it's placing itself in danger all along the road. If the bus brakes suddenly, we're driving on a wet road surface, you could easily drive into the back of the bus. The bus will be throwing up a lot of dirt and grime onto the windscreen of the car, so the driver's bound to be continually cleaning it. And it's just general poor driving. If the car would pull back a bit, he'd see an awful lot more.
They hit the blues. He immediately pulls over.
So we're just going to give the driver a bit of advice.
We were just observing your driving there, coming the whole way out. Driving very close behind that bus, bordering on tailgating like. Alright, yeah. Okay. You know the weather conditions we have, road conditions are slippy, they're wet. If that bus was to brake suddenly for any reason at all, you were straight into the back of them. Do you understand? Yeah. Do you know?
Monitoring the traffic day in, day out. We spend a lot of time trying to educate people. And a lot of time it's really just opening their eyes to what they're doing. And when you say it to them, they realise straight away, oh yeah, I shouldn't be doing that.
If you do want to overtake it, you're going to have to give yourself a bit of distance, viewing distance to see out around.
I understand.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. And it'll save you washing the car again as well.
Come here, thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
The young driver is let go with a caution, and hopefully he has taken the advice on board. It's 7:40 p.m. on an October bank holiday weekend. Alan and Shane are part of a guarded traffic corps operation on the South Quays in Dublin. They've set up a mandatory alcohol testing checkpoint, known as MAT checkpoints, as part of the anti-drink campaign. High visibility is part of the point, to let people know that they shouldn't drink and drive.
It's where we go out and stop a number of cars, all the cars if we can, depending on the volume of traffic, and we make them all blow into this alkalizer, which is a roadside breath tester. It will tell us if you're over or under the limit. It doesn't tell us how much, it just tells us over or under.
I'm going to ask you to blow long and hard into this.
The message on drink driving seems to be getting through. No one was prosecuted for drink driving on this operation.
0.
MAT checkpoints serve two purposes. Number one is that you can arrest drink drivers, obviously, but it also puts the message out there that drink driving is unacceptable out there. If we do a MAT checkpoint or a drink driving patrol and we catch nobody, we get no result. That is a good result for us, potentially, because it means people have got the message, it's sunk in, and there's no drunk drivers out there.
Our MAT checkpoints are done with a lot of blue lights, a lot of flashing lights and signs and vehicles, and people are under no illusions what it is when they're driving up to it, and it does get a message out there, because they're going to go home and tell somebody at home, well, it was at this huge checkpoint and there was 10, 15 guards there, and they're breathalyzing everybody, and they'll tell somebody else.
But drink driving is still a big concern, especially in rural areas. It's 2 a.m. on a Saturday night in Donegal, and Gardaí Eamon Rorty and Colm Mooney have spotted a car driving erratically.
He just took a bit of a stumble on the road there. He's all over the road at the minute. He was driving very slow. He seemed to be waving, very pronounced waving left to right. We decided to pull him over straight away. We signalled him to stop, and he really just stopped on the road. He didn't really pull in at all. He just stopped. Have your driving licence, please?
No, I haven't them on a minute.
When Eamon was talking to him, he immediately became aware that alcohol was a major factor in both the driving and inability to stop safely.
Okay. He was obviously under the influence of a lot of alcohol. That's okay. Have you had any drink tonight?
I had a couple of drinks.
Okay, what I'm going to say.
As the driver admits he has taken drink, Eamon asks him for a breath sample.
I'm giving you an opportunity
I
to
know.
blow into this machine,
Aye,
which is
I'm a
designed
very handicapped.
which is designed for detecting the presence of alcohol in your breath.
I know.
Are you going to comply with my requirement?
No.
No.
The driver refuses to give a breath sample.
No,
Okay, simple
I'm
as
a very
that.
handicapped. Go you up there Kenny Street. There are other boys a pile of drugs.
Look,
And they said,
I'm dealing with you tonight, okay? He certainly had the attitude that my time would be better spent outside a nightclub somewhere, dealing with people that are drinking and fighting and drugs and such like.
I'm a handicapped.
I've asked you to get out of the car, okay?
Eamon then tries to persuade the man to get out of his car.
Do you understand me?
You all.
I will.
Take me out of the car.
Steph, no, don't want to do that.
Take me out of
It shouldn't have to. It shouldn't have to reach that level, okay? You're too old for me to be manhandling you out of a car.
No, you're not.
Okay. I tried to reason with him for a good few minutes, and then Colm tried to reason with him. Then thought maybe a different face, a different voice he might react better, more positively to it. But no, he was having none of it. He did not want to cooperate at all.
What we want you to do is to step out of the car like the gentleman that you are, okay? Right? And come with us, and we'll sort the drink driving situation out at the station.
We must have been dealing with him for in the region of 20 minutes to half an hour, trying to coax him out of the car.
No, but you follow me, you have a fair amount of alcohol on you, okay? You have an awful lot of drink taken tonight, I would think, okay? And you're probably tired as well.
What do you think?
Very awkward situation to be placed in. A man of mature years, your thoughts immediately run. It could be my father, it could be anybody's father, uncle.
You have had a lot of alcohol tonight. If you need to phone anyone, we can arrange for it.
Don't you rich or anything belong to me.
Right, come on. Out you get. Out you get. Come on. He turned out that he had a fair grip on the car, and we decided that it just wasn't going to be possible. We were going to injure himself or ourselves, and it was going to get very, very physical very quickly, and we decided it was just not worth the effort, that we were just going to seek some more help. And the more people that are there to get him out of the car, the easier it's going to be on him physically.